who presents Amy to be married to Jeremy? Well, the legal requirements of the state having been fulfilled and their license for marriage being present, as I have some important questions for each of you. And Jeremy, contrary to most every other day of life, you're not used to this. Don't get used to it, but we let you go first today. So as you hold Amy's hands looking into her eyes, Jeremy, do you come to this union of your free will with the intention of being faithful in marriage to Amy for as long as you shall live?
I do.
Amy, do you come to this union of your free will with the intention of being faithful in marriage to Jeremy for as long as you shall live?
I do.
You heard those answers in the back? I heard those answers and they were the right ones. But most importantly, the two of you heard those answers, and that is honestly all that matters. Now that question that sometimes comes at a moment such as this about objections, we're not going there this evening. Because all I'm going to say to that is the fact that you are all here, that you were willing to travel the miles to be here, it says that you love and support Amy and Jeremy, and there's no need that I ask that question. But guys, I do call your attention to the seriousness of the moment in which we stand. You know, this day has been planned for. It's been anticipated. It may or may not have been stressed over. The butterflies have reminded you of such. But today is one of the greatest days of your relationship together. Marriage is one of the biggest promises that any two people may choose to make in this lifetime. Therefore, it's not to be entered lightly, but thoughtfully, with a deep realization of the responsibilities and obligations that come along with it. But having heard it is your willingness and desire to be joined in this marriage promise, I think we all have a piece that you understand and respect that. So as we enter into these next few moments, I just want you to look into one another's eyes, take in a deep breath, and register all of that in. The love that has brought you to this moment in time, the love that brought you together. Now again, as we've heard, it is your willingness and desire to be joined in marriage. Jeremy, as you hold Amy's hands looking into her eyes, please say to her now these words.
Hi, Jeremy. Thank you, Amy. Do not walk. That's right. I promise. If they call me, if they will, he will faithful us for better. For better. For worse. For richer. For poor.
Amy, as you look into Jeremy's eyes, please say to him these words. Now, I know in addition to those traditional vows, you guys also have some words from the heart that you wish to exchange one with another. So is there a preference of who would like to go first? Ladies first? Well, after those exchanges, I don't know that there's a lot left that really needs to be said, but we do have a few motions in which we will undertake. Jeremy and Amy, you commit this day to spend the rest of your lives together. And this commitment is a promise of two people that you will love one another and grow that love more with each passing day. We have before each of you today two individual vessels of sand. One representing you, Jeremy, all that you were, all that you are, all that you will be. The other representing you, Amy, all that you were, are, and will be. As these two vessels of sand are joined into the third larger vase, we shall soon see those individuals no longer exist, but become one. Just as these grains of sand may never be separated and joined again, so today shall your marriage forever be, united as one for all of your days. Today, in addition to promises, Jeremy and Amy, of course, come forward bearing tokens as outward symbols. And for as long as most remember, those tokens have, of course, been rings. So this time, if we may have the rings, please. I want you to take those rings. I want you to hold them in your hand. I want you to look upon them, to feel them, to study them. Jeremy, don't be blinded by the bling in the sunlight there. As you know, you hold perfect, beautiful circles. But let's be clear, it does not take rings to form a marriage. These rings, while beautiful, are simply symbols to remind you of the promises which are even more beautiful. Jeremy, if you would now take that beautiful symbol you have selected, placing it onto Amy's finger, and as you do so, look into her eyes and say these words. Amy, the ring that you bear for Jeremy, placing onto his finger and looking into his eyes, please say these words. May these rings always serve as outward symbols of those inward promises so deeply held, forever reminding you not only of this day, not only this place, but more importantly, those promises and the love that brought you to them. Now, in just a moment, we'll get to the best part. We may not have rehearsed a thing here today, but you've been practicing this last part for a long time. But guys, before we get there, I just want you to look into one another's eyes. Take in one more deep breath. And again, register this moment. But more so now, I want you to reflect upon the future that lies ahead. And while that future may yet be unknown, the promises made today, they're intended to carry you through it. No matter what tomorrow holds, never forget the way you felt this very day. Hand in hand with love in your hearts, happy to be joined in marriage to your best friend. May that love forever grow within your hearts, within your home, within your family, within your marriage. And may it forever shine outward so that everyone who sees you sees and knows the love Jeremy and Amy share one for another. Because after assembling here with you today and all these in witness, hearing the willingness of each of you to be married, your exchange of promises and affirmation of such with the rings that now rest on your fingers, it is by virtue of the power vested in me by the state of South Carolina and in the power of love itself that I pronounce you at long last husband and wife. Jeremy, to the best part, you know what to do.